Guys, I think Sean Clark just delivered the Skool Killer, and he did it fast. If you haven't heard already, high-level communities just got a huge makeover, and while they're not quite at the level that Skool is in terms of functionality, they actually do have some things that Skool is not offering and will never offer. And today we're going to talk about the roadmap, which I'm super excited about, all the stuff coming soon inside of high-level communities. That's just absolutely insane. Okay, so first of all, this is what it looks like inside of the communities, and I actually have two set up in here. The guild, which was my private pay only community, and then my affiliate community, which is for obviously many of you who are my affiliates. And if you want to join this, just go to go.itskeaton.com/affiliates. So let's just get acquainted really quick. First of all, we have read only mode, so I can just switch here and this pops up. I don't have the sidebar. And then here I've got a general channel. I prefer just to have one channel, but if I wanted to add another channel, like on a specific topic, for example, I could just add in the name, the description, select the icon, and then that creates the channel here on the left-hand side. And then with multiple channels, if you go ahead and select home, all of the channels will be put in one spot, or you can just switch around here. This is basically like Skool's version of these tags here, where you can switch through these and these pop up. Now, other stuff to be aware of here, we can pin certain posts. If I want to do that, I just hit the three dots and then I hit pin, and that pops it up here. I think you can pin up to 3 different posts, which is great. Next up, we've got the learning section. So you can just load in high-level courses into this, which is amazing. Obviously, I have the add course function because I'm the admin. If you're not the admin, you wouldn't have that. I can go to members here and you can see all of their info. I can switch between all, see the admins, see the contributors, see anyone that's requested, and then see anyone I've invited that hasn't taken me up on that. If you're in this list, why haven't you joined yet? Come join. And of course, the part that everyone's been going crazy over, the leaderboard, I'm going to show you here in a minute because it looks better actually as a user instead of as the admin, which I am right now. But I want to show you settings real quick. On the details here, you can see you can set the group name, description, URL, public or private, and then toggle whether it's accessible from that switcher. And I really want you to note the URL here. This is something that Skool will never offer. They're opposed to white label. And so you're not going to be able to white label Skool and put your own brand on it. But I've been able to do this with community.agencydominance.com. Overnight, I have my own app for people to hop onto. Obviously, everyone knows it's GHL, but I think it's really cool that you can put your own URL. It's a unique feature that High Level is offering here. I can go ahead and add prices for subscriptions here, which is very cool. I personally bill separately and then just give them access to the community because I bill weekly instead of monthly or annually here. But this is pretty cool because you can tie it directly to the community. Although again, you could do that through the workflow builder as I'm doing. Branding, you can set your logos, everything. Membership questions, you can ask before people come on board. You can add those questions here and make them a single select or a multiple select here. Gamification and rewards, we can set the gamification. We can name each level what we want it to be. Say I've set this one as test. Then we can also create rewards, which I have a test and a test 2 here for people to actually get access to when they reach those levels, which is very cool. And then lastly, we can add promotional links for our group, which I've just added here. I'm going to add, I actually don't know where this goes, so we'll see where that updates group details. Oh, there it is right there underneath that, which is great. Super helpful. If you want to sell more of something, you could send people to a landing page. I'm just going to keep them on my website for now. All right. So let's say I want to invite someone to this community. I just go here and I hit invite. I'll invite myself with this dummy email that I have, and that's going to send there. We'll go check my email, and I'm going to show you what it looks like in an incognito tab so you can see the whole login situation here. So it's actually automatically logged me in. If you paid attention to the URL there, you would see that it loaded it up, and now I can come in here and complete my profile. So I'll say Keaton Walker 2. I can add my bio here to help. I can upload a picture. Can't edit the picture at all, but you know, looks good. Picture my wedding there. And then I hit complete, and you'll see what it looks like for a non-admin here. Now, if I head over to the leaderboard, basically the way this is going to work is if you set up different tiers inside of your community for what people could get, maybe like a one-on-one call with you, free access to another course or something like that, then you can list the rewards over here. As far as I can tell right now, you just have to say level 1 reward is, and then it's a text, level 2 reward is this. And it's not like automatic, but they are coming out with the ability that once somebody reaches that reward level, that you'll be able to trigger based off that in workflows, which is really cool. This is my buddy Rob Bailey's community here, and he's done a really good job of this. So if I go to leaderboards, you can see I'm level 1 here, but if I go to level 2, it will unlock this course here, which of course High Level will be coming out with a version of this, but you can see why this is so helpful because it encourages people to help other people inside of the community. So you end up having less work at the end of the day. Now, as far as how these points actually work, as far as I can tell, this is supposed to be in the UI, but maybe it didn't get pushed out this time. By the way, if you're not seeing this, go to settings and then labs, and you can just toggle on the new communities user interface. If you've been super confused this whole time, there's your answer. But basically you earn points when other people like your posts or your comments, which is smart. It encourages people to produce quality content and help other people out. And then you can see how people level up. So you can place your rewards at those specific levels so that it's not too easy, for somebody to get to level 2 and unlock something that really should be on level 7, for example. So real quick, let's show you how to actually set up one of these communities. You're going to go to memberships inside of your HighLevel dashboard and then communities and hit groups. And then we'll go ahead and create group. Enter in all of this information there and it will be set up. Now, if you want to go to settings and set up that custom domain I talked about, super easy. You just go ahead and type in whatever you want it to be. And then you make either a CNAME or an A record inside of your DNS settings. If you don't know what that is, basically you're going to go to your GoDaddy, you're going to go to your Cloudflare, wherever your domain is hosted. If you don't know where that is, figure it out. And then there will be an option to create something called a CNAME. You just select CNAME and then you just copy paste this target value with community in front of it. A couple other things to note here inside of settings is the client portal. So this is different from communities. If I go back to my community here and I hit this home button, it's going to take me to what's called the Learning Hub right now. And basically this is where I can customize my profile. So if I hit edit here, I can add my social media, any certificates I've earned from courses will be added here, and I can change my password. And then on this right-hand side, I can either go over to the course side or I can go to the group side. So if I hit join a group, I really think this should say like go to my groups, but it says join a group right now. So I hit join and there you go. But if I was for some reason a part of the portal but hadn't gotten access to any groups, then I could go in there and request access to that. Next up, we've got take a course. This is going to take me to my course library here, and all of this info is in here. By the way, if you want to buy any of my mini courses, they're available on my website. It's Keaton.com. But what's really cool and what I haven't included here is if I go to app permissions, I can actually enable affiliates as another part of this client portal. So I hit that, I hit save settings, and we head back to the Learning Hub here. You will see that my affiliate earnings thing has popped up here, and I can now toggle between communities, courses, and affiliates here. So if you're managing your affiliates through GHL, I'll show you an example of what this looks like when it's active up here on the screen now, then all of this will pop up there, which is very cool. You can select if the home, like this page, the learning page, home is where you want people to land, or courses or communities when they go to your custom domain. And of course, you can update the branding and the color, etc. inside of the Learning Hub here. One more example of why this is actually useful. Let's take my friend Rob Thompson, who's inside of the guild right now. If I hit profile, I can see all of the questions that he's asked, his bio, etc., his phone number, if that's something that he's put on there and wants to be public. All of it is available, which is so cool. So again, let's pause. You can see the real vision that HighLevel actually has here, what they want to build this into. It's a real all-in-one tool for people to be able to manage everything they need to manage when they're in your world. Now, with all of that said, let's talk about what's coming soon, because there's some gaping holes right now in communities, even with these massive recent updates. And let's cover them in order of what's coming next. The first thing is an iOS and Android app for this. I heard this was supposed to be dropped in Q1 2024, so it hasn't been dropped yet, which means it's the first thing coming out in Q2, which is very exciting. Next up is adding a little bit more customization to the types of emails and to the types of notifications that can actually be sent from communities. Right now, you get an email if you get tagged, or if there's an everyone tag, then you'll go get checked. Then you'll click on that and it'll take you to where you were tagged. But those emails aren't customizable for the group owner, and you can't customize whether or not you want to get them. So this will be more like Skool's daily digest type emails, I think, where some default settings will be put there, but you can of course send out an email based on a tag in communities or something else like that. And of course, hopefully customizable in the workflow builder, where you can send an SMS based on whether or not somebody was tagged or some other sort of automation that you want to trigger, because it's really choose your own adventure inside the workflows builder. To be clear, I don't think that workflow functionality is coming in Q2 2024. I think that'll be down the line, but it's cool to think about the possibilities once that gets set up. Next up, we have allowing private channels inside of the communities. And as far as I know, this isn't something Skool offers, and it's really smart, because if you think about it, there are certain people who are willing to pay for a little bit more access, and like a Discord or a Slack community where you can limit access based on channels, it would have the same ability in here. So you could get everyone access to the main areas, and then you could add in a smaller, paid, more exclusive area for others. They're also adding in the ability to only, or like kind of in one click, join the communities, because right now people are popping into that portal first, or some people are. As you saw for me, I went straight to the community, which is really nice with the community invite. So that's going to be standardized across the board depending on what you invite people to. So those are all the things that are for sure coming and are next up on the docket. I'm most excited for the mobile app. I think that'll be an absolute game changer. I know they're coming out with a gray label one similar to the Lead Connector app, where everything can live inside of that client portal. You can just access everything there, which is great. But now let's talk about the stuff that's planned. First of all, and I think this is the biggest gaping hole, calendars and communities. Why can I not say, hey, this is when it's happening and put a link on there. That seems so basic, especially when you look at Skool. It's one of the nicest things in there and the most user-friendly, where people can see, okay, this is coming on this day. Right now, if I'm having a call, I just have to say it's on this and pin a post, which isn't ideal. And then these last two, again, I think are totally super crucial. First one is being able to plan posts inside of communities, which is super cool. And then lastly, be able to search everybody else's posts. That's one of the most useful factors for me in any group, being able to search a certain keyword and see all of the comments and conversations that have been happening around that. And you build up a library of really, really useful conversations that you can then just like send to people when they have the same question as somebody else. Now, what else is upcoming though? You know, off in the distant future, there's two things that I really want to mention here. One is direct messages. This will be interesting to see how it shakes out. I don't think that we'll get into this really atrocious DM culture like Skool has fallen into, unfortunately, because of the fact that all of the communities live on the one domain, which is your domain. You're not sharing that domain with everybody else that has a high level community, thankfully, and therefore the DMs are less likely to actually cause issues. And then secondly, being able to approve posts instead of just have all posts be automatically approved, definitely a must have. There's also this very nebulous thing saying newsletters inside of upcoming on the roadmap from GoHighLevel. I don't know why newsletters and communities would really like overlap or how. Maybe they put it in the wrong section. I doubt it. So I guess only time will tell what that is. Overall, I think it's pretty insane what GoHighLevel has already built in here. And the thing that strikes me the most about what's coming soon is how versatile it will be. It's like they took the best of Skool, the best of Discord, the best of Slack, the best of Facebook groups, and put it all into one and let you put your own brand on it, which is just insane. And when you combine all of that with the fact that you'll be able to have paid channels inside of the same community and paid courses inside of a potential free community and the leaderboard, plus all the functionality we already have in the workflow builder, the sky is really the limit here. And I am so excited to have planted my flag here and be building my communities on GoHighLevel. Guys, if you enjoyed this video and you're looking to sign up for GoHighLevel, I actually have a free snapshot that comes along with my link that I offered as part of the live 3-day workshop I did with GoHighLevel, where I trained on using communities and coaching to grow your business with GoHighLevel. So if you want that, check out the link below in the description. And not only does that come with the snapshot link, it comes with access to this community where you can ask me questions and get help implementing. Can't wait to see you inside. Thanks for watching.